Reaching your 70s or 80s is a milestone worth celebrating. It's a time filled with opportunities to embrace the wisdom, experience, and freedom that come with age. But let's be honest, this stage of life also comes with its challenges. Your priorities, needs, and even the way you approach daily life are evolving. The key to living well during these years isn't just about adding positive habits. It's also about knowing when to let go of the things that no longer serve you. In this video, we'll explore 8 things you should stop doing to create a better, healthier, and more fulfilling life. These aren't about drastic changes or impossible goals. Instead, they're simple shifts in mindset and behavior that can lead to significant improvements in your physical health, emotional well-being, and overall happiness. Imagine letting go of unnecessary stress, unhealthy habits, or self-doubt, and replacing them with a renewed sense of purpose and joy. These changes can free up energy to focus on what truly matters. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, exploring new interests, or simply enjoying the peace that comes from a well-lived life. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Small adjustments can have a profound impact, and it's never too late to start living your best life. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tips and insights to help you let go of what's holding you back and embrace the freedom that comes with making intentional choices. If this resonates with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more empowering advice. Let's take this journey together and uncover the 8 things you can stop doing to create a better, brighter future. Stay with us. You're going to love what's ahead. Entering your 70s and 80s is a unique phase of life, a time to reflect on where you've been and to focus on what truly matters moving forward. It's a chapter filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and fulfillment. But it also requires making intentional choices to ensure you're living your best life. One of the most empowering things you can do at this stage is to let go of habits, behaviors, or mindsets that no longer serve you. Why letting go matters. As we age, it's natural to develop routines and patterns that feel comfortable. However, not all of these habits contribute to your well-being. In fact, some can hold you back from fully enjoying life. Letting go of these things doesn't mean giving up. It means creating space for healthier, more fulfilling experiences. Think of it as pruning a tree. By removing the branches that no longer grow, you allow new, vibrant ones to flourish. Take Anne's story, for example. At 75, Anne realized that her habit of dwelling on past mistakes was taking a toll on her emotional health. She spent so much time replaying old regrets that she found it hard to enjoy the present. Once she made the conscious decision to forgive herself and let go of those thoughts, she felt lighter and more focused on the joys of today. This is the essence of what we're talking about, making room for growth, joy, and peace by releasing what no longer serves you. The power of small changes. Making these adjustments doesn't have to be overwhelming. Small changes made with intention can lead to significant improvements in your quality of life. For instance, stopping a habit like overcommitting to activities can free up time and energy for things you truly enjoy. Letting go of clutter, both physical and emotional, can create a sense of calm and clarity. Consider John, an 80-year-old who used to say yes to every invitation and request for help. While he enjoyed being active, he eventually realized that he was spreading himself too thin, leaving little time for himself or his hobbies. By learning to set boundaries and say no when necessary, John discovered a new sense of balance and fulfillment. It's not about doing less, it's about doing what matters most. Letting go of unnecessary obligations or draining habits allows you to focus on the things that bring you happiness and meaning. Recognizing what to let go of. The first step is identifying the things that might be holding you back. This could be physical habits, like neglecting your health or clinging to clutter, or emotional habits, like holding on to grudges or fearing change. It's important to approach this process with kindness towards yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight, it's progress. Think about Margaret's journey. She realized that her habit of constantly comparing herself to others, whether it was her peers or even younger family members, was leaving her feeling inadequate. She decided to shift her focus inward, celebrating her own achievements and embracing her unique strengths. This change not only improved her self-esteem, but also strengthened her relationships with others, as she became more confident and present. Reflecting on your own life, ask yourself, are there any habits, thoughts, or behaviors that no longer align with the person you want to be? What would happen if you let them go? Answering these questions can be the first step toward creating a better life. The importance of flexibility and openness. Letting go also requires being open to change. As we age, adaptability becomes a vital skill. The world around us is constantly evolving, and being willing to adjust, whether it's learning new technologies, embracing new social opportunities, or rethinking old routines, can keep you feeling engaged and empowered. For instance, David, a 78-year-old widower, initially resisted learning how to use a smartphone. He saw it as unnecessary and overwhelming. But once his grandchildren introduced him to video calling, he discovered a new way to stay connected with loved ones and even joined an online community for his favorite hobby, birdwatching. This openness to change transformed David's daily life and gave him a sense of connection and excitement. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning everything familiar. It means finding ways to adapt that enhance your life. By being open to new experiences and perspectives, you can continue to grow and thrive. This stage of life is an opportunity to redefine what matters most to you. By letting go of habits, thoughts, or routines that no longer serve you, you create space for growth, joy, and fulfillment. It's about living intentionally, focusing on what truly adds value to your days, and embracing the freedom that comes with letting go. In the next segment, we'll dive into the first 4 specific things to stop doing for a better life. These aren't just general suggestions, they're actionable steps that you can start implementing today. From stopping self-doubt to rethinking how you spend your time, these tips will empower you to make meaningful changes. And we're back. It's time to modify your to-do list. Before we move on, take a moment to reflect. What's one thing you've been holding on to that no longer serves you? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your insights and experiences. If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel for more advice on living well and thriving in later years. Stay with us as we uncover the first 4 things to stop doing to create a brighter, more fulfilling future. Let's keep moving forward together. In this stage of life, it's all about focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the things that no longer serve you. By identifying and stopping certain habits or behaviors, you can create space for more joy, peace, and fulfillment. In this segment, we'll explore the first 4 specific things you should stop doing to live a better life in your 70s and 80s. These are practical, actionable steps supported by relatable examples, to help you make meaningful changes. Let's get started. Number 1, stop dwelling on the past. It's natural to look back on your life with a mix of emotions. There are moments of joy and pride, but there might also be regrets or what-ifs that linger. While reflecting on the past can be valuable, dwelling on it can hold you back from fully embracing the present. This stage of life is too precious to spend caught up in things you can't change. Take the story of Anne. At 74, Anne often found herself replaying old mistakes and wondering how her life might have turned out differently. This pattern of thinking left her feeling stuck and weighed down. One day, a friend encouraged her to try journaling. Anne began writing about her past experiences, not to dwell on them, but to process them and let them go. Over time, she realized that her mistakes didn't define her and that each one had taught her valuable lessons. By letting go of the past, Anne found a newfound sense of peace and clarity. If you find yourself dwelling on the past, try focusing on the lessons you've learned and the strength you've gained. Practice self-forgiveness and remind yourself that the best use of your time is to live fully in the present. Number 2, stop saying yes to everything. As we age, it's important to prioritize our time and energy. Saying yes to everything, whether it's social invitations, family obligations, or requests for help, can leave you feeling overcommitted and drained. While it's wonderful to stay engaged and active, learning to say no when necessary is a vital skill for maintaining balance and well-being. Consider John's story. At 79, John loved spending time with his children and grandchildren, but he often found himself agreeing to every request for babysitting or home repairs, even when he didn't feel up to it. He didn't want to disappoint his family, but his constant yes started to take a toll on his health and happiness. Finally, John decided to set some boundaries. He let his family know that while he loved helping, he also needed time for himself. To his surprise, they understood and appreciated his honesty. Saying no doesn't mean you're being selfish. It means you're respecting your own limits. By choosing your commitments thoughtfully, you'll have more energy to fully enjoy the activities and relationships that matter most to you. Number 3, stop neglecting your health. One of the most common things people neglect as they age is their health. It's easy to dismiss minor aches and pains or delay regular checkups, but taking care of your body is essential for maintaining your independence and quality of life. Take Margaret, for example. At 76, Margaret began experiencing occasional chest pain, but she brushed it off as indigestion. Over time, the episodes became more frequent and she finally decided to see a doctor. The diagnosis? A heart condition that could have been managed more effectively if caught earlier. After this wake-up call, Margaret committed to prioritizing her health by attending regular checkups, eating a balanced diet, and staying active. Neglecting your health doesn't just affect you. It impacts your ability to spend time with loved ones and enjoy the things you love. Make a commitment to listen to your body, schedule routine checkups, and address health concerns promptly. Small steps like daily walks, drinking more water, or managing stress can make a big difference in how you feel and function. Number 4, stop clinging to clutter. Physical clutter in your home can create mental clutter, making it harder to relax and focus on what truly matters. While it's natural to accumulate items over a lifetime, holding on to things you no longer need can weigh you down and create unnecessary stress. To reduce anxiety, reduce stress. Don't stress over things you hate. Let's look at Sarah's story. At 81, Sarah's home was filled with items she'd collected over decades. Old furniture, unused kitchen gadgets, and clothes she hadn't worn in years. She often felt overwhelmed by the mess but didn't know where to start. With the help of her daughter, Sarah began sorting through her belongings, keeping only the items that brought her joy or served a purpose. The process was emotional but freeing, and Sarah found that her newly decluttered space felt lighter and more peaceful. If you're holding on to clutter, start small. Choose one drawer, shelf, or closet to tackle at a time. Ask yourself whether each item adds value to your life or whether it's simply taking up space. Letting go of things you no longer need creates room for new experiences and allows you to focus on what truly matters. These first 4 changes, stopping the habit of dwelling on the past, learning to say no, prioritizing your health, and letting go of clutter, are all about creating space for a more fulfilling and balanced life. By making these shifts, you're not only improving your own well-being, but also setting an example for those around you. Think about which of these habits resonates most with you. Is there one you're ready to let go of today? Share your thoughts in the comments. We love to hear your insights and experiences. If you're finding this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to our channel for more advice on living well and thriving in later years. In the next segment, we'll explore the remaining 4 things to stop doing, each one designed to help you embrace this stage of life with greater confidence and joy. Let's keep moving forward together. You've already taken the first step. In the previous segment, we discussed the first 4 things you should stop doing to create a better life in your 70s and 80s. Dwelling on the past, saying yes to everything, neglecting your health, and clinging to clutter. These changes are about letting go of what no longer serves you and creating space for joy, balance, and fulfillment. Now we'll explore the final 4 things to stop doing, each one designed to help you live with greater purpose and happiness. Let's dive in. Number 5, stop fearing change. Change can be intimidating, especially as we get older. Whether it's moving to a new home, adapting to new technology, or adjusting to changes in relationships, the idea of stepping outside your comfort zone might feel overwhelming. However, resisting change can limit your opportunities for growth, connection, and fulfillment. Consider David's story. At 77, David was resistant to using smartphones or social media, seeing them as unnecessary complications. But after some encouragement from his grandchildren, he decided to give it a try. They showed him how to video call, send messages, and even join an online community for his favorite hobby, photography. To David's surprise, these tools opened up a whole new world of connection and creativity. He was able to stay in touch with family members far away and share his photography with like-minded enthusiasts. Change doesn't have to be daunting. Start small by embracing one new thing at a time, whether it's a piece of technology, a new activity, or a different routine. Remind yourself that change is a natural part of life, and it often leads to unexpected joys and opportunities. By letting go of the fear of change, you'll open yourself to new possibilities and experiences. Number 6, stop comparing yourself to others. At this stage of life, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. You might look at peers or even younger family members and feel that you're falling short in some way, whether it's physical abilities, financial circumstances, or social connections. But comparison is often unfair and unhelpful, stealing your joy and diminishing your confidence. Take Margaret, for example. At 72, she often compared herself to her younger sister, who seemed to have more energy and a busier social life. Margaret felt inadequate and isolated as a result. After talking with a close friend, she realized that she was focusing too much on what she didn't have, instead of appreciating her own strengths. Margaret started journaling about the things she was grateful for and discovered that her life was rich with love, wisdom, and meaningful experiences. This shift in perspective helped her stop comparing herself to others and start celebrating her own journey. The truth is, everyone's path is unique. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own progress and the things that bring you happiness. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small, and remind yourself of the value you bring to the world. Number 7, stop holding grudges. Holding on to resentment or grudges can weigh heavily on your emotional well-being. Whether it's a disagreement with a family member, a friend who let you down, or even unresolved conflicts from years ago, carrying anger or bitterness only hurts you. Letting go of grudges doesn't mean excusing bad behavior. It means freeing yourself from the emotional burden. Let's look at Sarah's experience. At 80, Sarah had been estranged from her brother for decades over a financial disagreement. The grudge had caused her pain and regret over the years, but she felt it was too late to make amends. One day, encouraged by her daughter, Sarah decided to reach out to her brother. To her surprise, he was receptive, and they had an honest conversation about their past. While they couldn't change what had happened, they both agreed to move forward. The reconciliation brought Sarah immense peace and allowed her to focus on the positive moments they could still share. If there's someone you've been holding a grudge against, consider taking steps to forgive, not for their sake, but for your own. Even if you don't reconcile, letting go of the anger can help you feel lighter and more at peace. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, allowing you to live with a freer heart. Number 8, stop neglecting your dreams. It's never too late to pursue your passions or explore new interests. Many people believe that their dreams have an expiration date, but the truth is, this stage of life is the perfect time to focus on what you've always wanted to do. Whether it's learning a new skill, traveling, or starting a project you've put off for years, now is the time to make it happen. Take George's story. At 78, George had always dreamed of writing a book, but never found the time while working and raising a family. After retiring, he decided to finally pursue his dream. He dedicated an hour each day to writing, and within a year, he completed his first novel. The process not only gave him a sense of accomplishment, but also reignited his creativity and zest for life. Your dreams don't have to be grand or ambitious to be meaningful. They can be as simple as planting a garden, learning a musical instrument, or volunteering for a cause you're passionate about. The key is to honor your aspirations and take small steps toward making them a reality. By letting go of the belief that it's too late, you'll discover a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment. These final 4 changes, stopping the fear of change, avoiding comparisons, letting go of grudges, and pursuing your dreams, are about reclaiming your sense of empowerment and joy. They encourage you to focus on what truly matters, embrace the present moment, and live with intention. Change is never easy, but it's always worth it. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you're creating space for new opportunities, meaningful connections, and personal growth. Remember, this stage of life is not about what you can't do. It's about celebrating what you can. Think about which of these final 4 changes resonates most with you. Are you ready to let go of comparisons, release a grudge, or pursue a long-held dream? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your insights and stories. If this video has inspired you, please like it and subscribe to our channel for more advice on thriving in later years. In the final segment, we'll discuss how to overcome resistance to these changes and build habits that lead to a more fulfilling life. Stay with us. You've already taken the first step toward living your best life. Let's keep going together. Making meaningful changes in your life, especially stopping habits or mindsets you've held for years, can feel challenging. Resistance is a natural part of the process. Whether it's the fear of failure, uncertainty about where to start, or even a sense of comfort in old routines, it's normal to feel hesitant. But here's the truth. With the right mindset and strategies, you can overcome resistance and take the steps needed to live a better, more fulfilling life. Recognize resistance as a sign of growth. Change often feels uncomfortable because it pushes you out of your comfort zone. But discomfort isn't a bad thing. It's a sign that you're growing and moving forward. Think about Anne's story. At 73, she struggled with the idea of letting go of clutter that had accumulated over decades. Many items held sentimental value, and parting with them felt like losing a piece of herself. But with the help of her daughter, she realized that holding on to too much was keeping her from enjoying her home. By focusing on what truly mattered, Anne was able to declutter her space, creating a lighter and more peaceful environment. If you're feeling resistance, take a moment to reframe it. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, recognize it as part of the process of positive change. Remind yourself that every small step you take is progress. Start small and celebrate successes. Change doesn't have to happen all at once. Breaking it down into small, manageable steps makes it more achievable. If you're holding on to grudges, for example, start by acknowledging how they've impacted your well-being. Write a letter to the person involved, even if you don't send it. To process your feelings, each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to letting go. Take David's story. At 78, David wanted to stop fearing change, but the idea of trying something new felt overwhelming. He started by taking a beginner's computer class, something he'd always avoided. The small accomplishment of learning how to send an email boosted his confidence, encouraging him to explore other new experiences. Celebrate every success, no matter how small. Recognizing your progress keeps you motivated and reminds you that change is possible. Surround yourself with support. Change is easier when you're not doing it alone. Share your goals with friends, family, or even a community group. Their encouragement and accountability can make all the difference. For instance, John wanted to stop saying yes to every request, but worried about disappointing others. By discussing his boundaries with his family, he found that they were not only understanding, but also supportive of his need for balance. Having a support system helps you stay on track and reminds you that you're not alone in your journey. Change takes effort, but the rewards are worth it. By overcoming resistance and letting go of old habits or mindsets, you create space for growth, joy, and fulfillment. Which change are you ready to tackle first? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your experiences. If this video has inspired you, please like it and subscribe to our channel for more advice on living your best life. Thank you for joining us. Together, we're embracing the possibilities of a brighter future. Reaching your 70s and 80s is a time to celebrate your journey and focus on what truly matters in life. By letting go of the habits, mindsets, and behaviors that no longer serve you. You're creating space for joy, growth, and fulfillment. Whether it's releasing the weight of the past, learning to say no, embracing change, or pursuing long-held dreams, each step you take moves you closer to living your best life. Change isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Small intentional actions can lead to significant improvements in your well-being, relationships, and outlook. Remember, this stage of life is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about cherishing the present moment, focusing on what brings you happiness, and living with purpose. Finding your purpose. You have the power to create a brighter, more fulfilling future. Take that first step today, whether it's decluttering a single drawer, forgiving a long-held grudge, or saying yes to a new opportunity. Every effort matters. Thank you for watching and for being part of this journey. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more empowering advice. Together, let's keep moving forward and living well. God Justice defended by saying he believes Frank's sister Anna Levine was verbally abused by her brother, even when she was very young.